story by Daphne and commentary by Jess.
Oop. You hear us now?
Yes.
Woo!
Okay. Well, welcome to what I'm going to affectionately call as Dark Disneyland.
Woo!
As what you're seeing here. This is Epic Mickey Rebrushed. This is a remake from 2010. And if you ever wondered what Disneyland would look like if it had a child with, The Nightmare Before Christmas, it's kind of something like this. We're going to start pretty well into the story, and I'll get into that in a few minutes. But basically, we're going to head to one of the lands. We are currently on Mean Street, and this was built by Oswald. And Punjabchild, you know who Oswald is, right?
I know who Oswald
you know
is.
Who Oswald is. Can you tell everybody a little bit about Oswald, and I'll play a little bit?
For those of you who don't know who Oswald the Lucky Rabbit is, he was Mickey before there was Mickey. You could say it was Walt Disney's origin/villain story, however you would look at that.
Yeah, definitely in this story.
So as a fledgling animator, Walt got a contract with Universal Studios to make Oswald the Lucky Rabbit cartoons. So as he started making those, he made about 7 of those cartoons before he was ready to renew his contract. Since there was a distributor involved, he went to New York to renew the contract for Oswald and get some more money for it. Turns out the distributor was not going to give him that extra cut to make any money, and also stole away half of his animators. So Walt left rejected, went back on a train. This is 1927 here. And went back from New York by the train, and that is when the legend of creating Mickey Mouse happened. So that is how Oswald started. Oswald the Lucky Rabbit still stayed with Universal's. He was bought back in, I'm checking my notes.
I think not too long ago.
Not too long ago. Oswald was back in Disney in 2006. Traded the rights for NBC Universal, and the 27 shorts that Walt Disney had worked on were acquired by the Walt Disney, but they exchanged that for some sportcasters and for some other information for ESPN, which is really good because we're going to have college football up after this.
Oh, so. Yes, we will. So it's kind of important to know that backstory, and that's why I wanted to let Punjabchild talk for a second, because we are in basically kind of Oswald's revenge, sorta. The point of Epic Mickey is that he's in the Sorcerer's Apprentice lab at the beginning. He spills ink and thinner onto Oswald's land, and now it's pretty much chaos here. Mickey has fallen into this land, and he is going to try to help Oswald put it back together. Oswald is a bit begrudging about this, and I want to take you to him in a second. But one thing I wanted to point out that I think is so fascinating about this before we start getting into real gameplay, you'll notice that I said we were on Mean Street. All the lands in here are kind of mocks of Disneyland, filled with forgotten characters like this person here. They're all kind of plays on it, and Mickey has the ability to paint. He also has the ability to thin. His choices during this game affect the end of the game. So we won't get to that today, but what good he does in this land versus what bad he does in this land makes an effect on the end of the game. When you look down Main Street, if you're familiar at all with Disneyland and maybe even a little Disney World, this is true to form, and there are Easter eggs for a lot of people. For example, this is the Emporium right here, which is a major shopping area in Disney World and Disneyland. And it is often on the left-hand side when you enter the park, and it is just in the game. This is Oswald kind of trolling a little bit.
Oh, I'd say so. Well, I think Mickey is trolling a bit because you said that he got into the Sorcerer's Lab and spilled stuff. Didn't he already mess things up in the Sorcerer's Apprentice by touching things he wasn't supposed to do?
Yeah, like Mickey, I love you, but get a grip.
He's back at it again.
Get after it. I also noticed as we head up to Oswald in this famous statue here, I chose to be Steamboat Willie because I'm OG like that. I love him. You can change his look here, but I purposefully went Steamboat Willie here. So here is our lucky rabbit, Oswald, and he is going to tell us a couple things. But basically, we're going to need to go to this world's version of Adventureland, which is where we're going to start in the game today.
I enjoy that the partner statue is Walt and Oswald.
This is another thing I wanted to point out. If you are familiar at all, again, with Disneyland or anything, there is a statue, and I've always been obsessed with this as a kid, of Walt and Mickey holding hands. I'm even wearing my magic band, my broken magic band from the 50th anniversary with the statue. But Oswald has taken it upon himself to remake it himself. He's a bitterman, and he's doing exactly something I wanted to show off. He mocks you because he's him. Notice Mickey's back is turned, so he's decided to mock you. But if I turn around,
Ooh, I love it.
Do it again in a minute. He's a troll, so that's what it is.
You think some people who that folks made Animaniacs maybe saw some of those Oswald cartoons and were like, yeah, no.
I totally think that's it.
Back when cartoons were rude.
Yes.
1928.
So, as I said, we're kind of pretty advanced in the story here. When you go to a certain land, a different land, you have to, as Mickey, go to different lands. As you go to certain lands, you have to go through a projector, which I'm about to in a minute. Tomorrowland is currently not functioning. That's a story plot. We've already done that, and we're leaving it right now. This one would take us to Oztown, which, if you're familiar with the old parks, it's like Toontown. And when this was done, remember in 2010, that is where it would be in the park. And if you actually look at a map of Disneyland, this game is more based on Disneyland. So if you don't leave the stream, but if you open up a tab to Disneyland, you'll see some of these things. So this is where it is physically located in California. This would take us to like Liberty Square, Haunted Mansion area, but that's not where we are in the storyline right now. We are going to go to Adventureland. We need to get a rocket ship piece, help us blast out of here, which is partly why Tomorrowland's built. So I'm going to enter the projector. And every time we go into a projector, we're going to do some small platforming in an original cartoon. If we were going in the one that starts in Mickey's bedroom, if I get time, I'll go back to it. There's a calendar in Mickey's bedroom in the cartoon there, and it says November 18th. That's Mickey's birthday.
It is. You know who else's birthday it is?
Whose?
It's Minnie Mouse's birthday.
That's true.
So I know it's not about somebody's birthday, but if I can interrupt y'all real quick, I just want to recognize a $140 donation from Madison Leonard with a note, Happy Meal-Morial Madness. Grateful for the good work you guys are doing.
Oh my gosh. Can we do me a favor, chat? Madison is a dear, dear friend of mine, and she just got married. So can I get a little love in the chat for Madison and Luke for their basically first month anniversary? I'd appreciate that. We love you, Madison. Thank you so much. Madison has also probably had to hear me talk about Disney. So you'll see him collecting tickets.
That's a true friend, okay?
I mean, that's actually...
That's
all right.
true friend.
That's legit. So you'll see I've kind of been platforming here during that time. And I'm just collecting tickets and stuff. These things help me later on. We'll see if I get to some of the effects of those. But we do want to collect tickets. And again, anytime you're going to go to a land, you do have to do these platforming levels. So you're going to see me do a lot of this, avoid things, and I have to go through the projector. This is how we travel here. Now I'm going into Ventureland. Notice it's not Adventureland. It's Ventureland. And that's one of the tasty things I think this game does. It does all these like little Easter egg things. And if you know Disney, if you know the lore, you're going to pick up on them.
I like that you're gathering tickets. Are you going to an e-ticket attraction?
Yeah. Nice. They should be.
Not this year is Disneyland's 70th anniversary.
Oh.
Yeah, but we've been watching the videos, and we're glad we're here at Meal-Morial Madness, but maybe a little bit wanting to be Disneyland.
One thing I will add is sometimes these load screens take a second, so it might just be a second. This is an older game running on, let's be fair. What is currently an older console? I don't know. Switch an old console right now? I don't know. We get the new one.
Is it an old console? No. Aw. I gotta get my Dole Whip.
Oh my gosh.
Where's my cheeseburger egg roll? I'm in Adventureland.
Bro. So welcome to Ventureland. We've got the pirates here. The ink that has been spilled is causing a ton of chaos in this land. So what we're going to do first is go talk to Smee. He's going to tell us a little information here. And he's going to let us know that they can't get to their ship. They can't get to their island. They're kind of stuck because of all the chaos that's happening. You see Smee crying.
Oh, no.
And some of this stuff I cannot force my way through. I tried to brute force it in my first run, but it didn't work. So some of these things we may have to sit through, but that's fine. Not a big deal. So Gus, our friend, he's a gremlin helping us out and kind of telling us what to do. But I like treasure. Do that first. And we're going to talk to Smee, and he's going to be like, ah!
Oh, my gosh.
So I'm going to let this play for just a second, but the bottom line is we're going to need to get some parts from the pirates that are around here. What I really want to show off is some of the jumping, platforming, and coloring here, especially with the time we have. So I do want to get to that. But basically, we got to help the pirates. I'm just going to brute force this. They're out of Tortuga.
Tortuga. Like Tortuga.
Right. So this door is broke. We need it open. We can't get it open until we get the crew to give us stuff, because this is a lot of just bargaining with a lot of these things.
Man, you're gonna have pirates to give you up their stuff. That's gonna be hard.
I know. He's got the compass.
Scurvy
Gotta go
pants.
schmooze that guy. He's an interesting dude. So I got to get all this stuff and got to bring it to him. So that'll be what we try and focus on. Sometimes it can take longer, but we're going to try. What I want to talk about, though, is some of this. You can tell what things need painted versus what needs thinned. Okay? Obviously, I can see there's some gaps here, and I want to paint them. And I know for sure that's true, because I'm going to need to get up there. That's going to be one of the first things I'm going to try to do. These power sparks come into play in Mean Street, so I'm going to collect those as I go. And, again, I'm painting a lot. I choose the kind path, usually, when I play. You can choose the less kind path. I recently just defeated this game, so I'm a little bit knowledgeable on it, but I feel like as Mickey Mouse, we have to be good, right?
Yes, we do have to be good.
Okay.
Mickey Mouse was Walt Disney's alter ego.
That's true.
He was kind. And the reason because Mickey Mouse became kind and wholesome is the origin of Donald Duck. Donald Duck is the bad boy, and he was actually also the cash cow for Disney. He was called the Clark Gable of the studio because there are more Donald Duck shorts than there are Mickey Mouse shorts.
And you would know about Donald Duck.
I would know about that. I'm Donald. I would be Donald. I would be the mean path.
I do. I was reading in my... Ready for this? The mean path is very hard. It kind of makes the end hard.
Okay.
So since I was doing my first first run through of this officially, I chose the nice path. And again, it just feels dirty to be mean Mickey. I don't know.
Mean Mickey?
I don't know, man. It just felt wrong. One of the things that happens in every land is you're going to find some kind of robot version of one of our beloved characters who needs help.
Donald Duck put her there. No.
They had a fight.
They did have a fight.
So she's going to tell us the Mad Doctor. I didn't get to talk about him. He's another baddie here. But basically, he's making evil robots and making them fight Mickey. Kind of like Dr. Robotnik.
Yes.
He's kind of a weird dude. He's kind of eaten up by the blot and all the evil darkness that, frankly, is Mickey's fault. But there's an animatronic Donald. He's going to be over by the Haunted Mansion. There's an animatronic Goofy. He's over in Oztown, but we won't get to see him. So there's a whole little thing that plays out where we have to get Daisy's parts. But I just wanted to bring our attention, actually, to the fact that Daisy's robot head is... Let's just take a moment with that.
not like Walt Disney's head, which is not frozen. That
has been debunked, y'all.
Since we're talking about games that are being remade, Disney's remaking stuff. So, chat, we want to know what Disney animation film should never be med into live action.
Please
never.
Let me answer this.
Never.
Y'all, chat, and by the way, chat, if you know me personally, you know what I'm going to say. So.
You know what you're going to say.
You know what I'm going to say.
We're weighing your answers.
But we do have a Lilo and Stitch about to come out.
It's out.
Is it out as of today?
It is out as of today.
Don't go see it. Stay here and play with it.
Well, yeah, stay here.
Okay. This one, every now and then, like usually you could just pick those up, but now there's like, so he's one of our people that we need to get. He wants to know what a woman wants. Bro, listen. So he's got a crush on somebody. He doesn't know if he should get flowers or ice cream for the cartoon he is trying to woo.
Ice cream. It's Disneyland or Disney World. It's ice cream. It's hot.
Well, it's funny you say that. So he wants me to find out what Henrietta likes. If I find out what Henrietta likes, he's going to back up, get out of the way of that treasure chest, and there is one of the items I need at the door. So you're starting to see a pattern here. There's always something you have to do for somebody. You get them to do what you want. So it's kind of like task and bargaining kind of thing.
Gotcha.
I like how Jarbachev says Lion King is the one that should be live, and yet...
It did.
Right.
It says a live action's Monsters Inc., but all the monsters are people. And deep there.
Can somebody help my mother donate? So she's lactose intolerant.
Oh, she's a cow.
Did
she
you
doesn't
know?
want no ice cream. Oh,
that's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. Little maybe talk to your
you
doctor.
Give a cow milk.
Yeah, well apparently she can.
You can't give Pudge tuna. You know what tuna is.
So at this point, I would need to back out of Ventureland to go get her flowers because the flowers are in Oztown. I'm going to see if I can avoid that for a minute. Obviously, have very limited time. But I wanted to show some more of the platforming here. I'm trying to find my compass man. Oh yeah, here we go.
This guy like salty scurvy pat.
Scurvy pat. Boy, eat an orange. Get your vitamin C on. Please.
Get yourself a Dole Whip.
Get yourself a Dole Whip.
Or orange swirl, also with vitamin
also
C.
Acceptable.
Ooh, yeah.
All right, so he's got something in a treehouse. Personal to me. Antonio took it because apparently they from each other. So he can't climb up there. So remember that treehouse I went to a little early by accident because we're doing it live? We're going to head back up that way. I'm going to try and help this guy.
Oh, agreed, Boat. The Aristocats should not be remade.
That is a hot and correct take.
Yeah, Also, Robin Hood or Goofy movies should never be live action. Yes, I think we decided that making any of the Fab Five try to be actual real live animals is like off the table. They could be animated in the real world, but they cannot be like, it's a mouse and a real duck. No.
So here's the
Also, Song of the South is already partially live action, so that doesn't count.
Also true. So I just found a teddy bear in this treehouse. A teddy bear for poor Scurvy Pat. Scurvy Pat needs his pal. So, and on down. I will say Mickey can take fall damage, so if I'm coming from a high distance, I will often do a double jump to try and prevent that, because otherwise Mickey will land flat on his face. So I do a lot of double jumping. That is more for player inaccuracy, not game. It is because I'm sloppy. All right, where'd Scurvy Pat go?
There's some chaos in the chat.
Oh, no.
We touched a chord.
Oh, man.
I think...
Apocalypse, I agree. Power launch. Don't.
No.
I don't even know who that was. Who's the band? Okay, well, keep fighting, chat. I like this. I'm here for your chaos. Meantime, I've given Skirt Cat his purpose. I don't have much more time, so what I am going to do is head back out and show you one of my admitted bugaboos about this game, and that is, since I know that I have to go get flowers, I'm going to need to leave Ventureland, need to go back to Mean Street, and head to Oztown. Head that way now. Got to go back through the projector. So that platformer I just did, I've got to go back through it. Okay, so the one cool thing is, at least the platforming that they make you do, it's all based on cartoons. It's all based on stuff that you're kind of like playing what some of the original artists
these original cartoons.
Yes,
like,
thank you. Words are difficult. Mickey doesn't like to climb this very much, so I'm going to use.
Gotta get
like
those
to come up
e-tickets.
I need dem tickets, but sometimes getting up on a ledge is festive. And this is where the platforming can get weird. I will add though, you have to at least admire some of the commitment here to this animation, because it's very shaded. So it, just looks very interesting. Very different from the world. The color palette of this world. Hello, Mickey. Why don't you do what I say? The color palette of this world is quite dark. And one of the reasons why I went through and wanted to be in Adventureland, it's one of the brighter parts of the game. It can be very dark. So when I say dark Disneyland, I mean it both figuratively and literally. Because again, we're talking about Oswald trying to fix stuff, and it's only going so well. And this can, I have to admit, get a bit tedious coming through these projector screens every single time.
You mean like when you have a fast pass in Adventureland for pirates, and then all of a sudden you have to get across the way because you got to go to Tron, and you're like, let's go, and your family's crying. It's like, Mom, we're supposed to have fun at this vacation.
Right.
Please stop.
Okay, so if we're going to get into parkdom, I'm going to push up my non-existent glasses right now. You wait for pirates. And the reason you wait for pirates is because you have to smell the water.
And it's nice and chill.
That's fast.
AC.
I know it's a little thing, but I think the pirates ride smells like Disney.
Not on this stream. They make a candle with the pirate water smell.
I have super sus about that, because does it actually smell like
I had the one of the former mountain, now the Tiana's Palace, and I'm like, kinda. It smells like water.
Yeah.
I don't know if I haven't done the pirate one.
Okay. If this load screen ever goes, this is another one of Gidget's loves this game, but also wants to pull her hair out. I've been able to do a load of laundry while I've waited for these screens. I worked on my master's degree, I think, too.
It's like when you go to a Disney movie and they go like, hang on, here's 18 minutes of previews, and then we have a 20-minute Frozen shore, and then you're like, oh gosh, this movie was supposed to start an hour ago.
Yes. That is like, well, at least they're consistent. This one seems to be taking a while because marathon. Sometimes it takes long, sometimes it doesn't. It clearly wants to this time. Okay, good. At least do a little bit. So I'm not even going to try and get through a projector screen again, because that'll be the rest of my time. But I will show you just a couple little things. This is where the projectors are broken at the start of the story. So those power, power sparks is what I wanted. When you get that machine up and running all the way, and you really don't till the end, if you go down, this will be the last thing I show, Tex, so I'll be done in 1 second. This is the firehouse that we're in Disneyland. You notice how it's not open right now and I can't do anything with it. Once you get all the power sparks and that machine works, the firehouse opens for you. Disney fans, the thing that's in the firehouse is Walt's apartment.
Yeah, I was wondering, is Walt's apartment in the game?
Yes, it will open for you. You walk into a room, all the music cuts out, and Gus goes, wait, is this makes me sad, and it just trails off, and it's just silent, and you're in Walt's apartment. It's the creator's nod to him not being there. So when I found that Easter, I wanted so bad to show that one off today, but unfortunately, it just wasn't in the deck of cards. But yeah, I don't want to sell too many things, but with that, we do need to cut it here because I need to have my pride handed to me by a youngster.
It's noon.
It's noon, y'all.
It's noon.
And that means it is time to some football. So thanks for joining me on Mean Street, and thanks for letting me play, y'all. We'll be right back. Stay tuned. Keep those donations rolling in.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Daphne.